IVM.
Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the Diary of the Traveling Professor. And I'm Siddharth Deshmukh, your friendly neighborhood traveling professor himself, talking on this Thursday about another ad. Yeah, I talked of one ad on Tuesday, another ad on Thursday. What's going on? But I just thought this week, when the whole world is talking about the Biden-Trump fight and how Joe Biden has won and the rest of it, maybe we should just step away from politics. Aren't we sick of politics by now? And who's won which election? And maybe concentrate on our trade. And for a change, there have been some commercials that have actually attracted me and made me applaud them as a marketing professional, as a business guy. I have every reason to feel that, some ads can rise above mediocrity and make sense to me. The first ad that we talked about was the Cred ad and the Cred campaign rather. Very enjoyable. And if you haven't listened to my analysis of the same, to just one podcast before this one, the one which was on Tuesday, and you'll hear my analysis on the Cred ad campaign. But today I want to talk about the Cadbury Celebrations ad, which is mind-blowing. I really liked it. I liked it because of many, many reasons. But first, before I tell you why I like it, here's a quick one as to what this ad is. It's about Cadbury Celebrations, celebrating local stores through its advertising. So it's not just about the product, which is obviously Cadbury chocolates, but it's about the whole mood that Diwali brings about, and it's about everyone gifting everybody something from local stores. So, you've got something from an optician, something from the local jeweler, something from the local watchmaker and stuff like that. It is a really good ad because what happens is when you go and watch this ad on any digital medium, so let's say you watch it on YouTube, what it will do is that it will throw up the local stores which are closest to you and make it hyper-personalized for you. Now, that's amazing, isn't it? And Cadbury's has achieved this feat through a combination of manual labor. Like they actually entered so many local stores because they're not having any digital presence. And then they used AI to recommend or to make sure that you receive the store that is closest to you as a representative in that ad. So the ad is the same, but it's represented by different stores based upon what your location is. Very ingenious, very thoughtful, great use of artificial intelligence, and great use of just plain, can-do entrepreneurial spirit. Something that I really, really admire. And this ad, if you see it, you don't even come across this ad as something which, is this big movement and it's involved so much of the country. You just come across this ad as if, wow, how did they know that, XYZ store is next to me? And just flows, right? It is a wonderful ad. It's done by a big Dada brand, which is, your Cadbury's brand. And it actually works like an in-movie placement, right? That we've seen. It's like an in-movie placement, but on the other side, it is actually an ad which is placing other ads within its storyline. And of course, it's doing it through charitable purposes, but it's doing it in a way that builds its brand and also sells its chocolates. I really love this ad. I think the ad works on the principle of reciprocal altruism. So remember, I was going to speak about neuromarketing and various kinds of neuromarketing. One of those was around, I think we had spoken about the peacock paradigm. I think I got a lot of great feedback on the peacock paradigm. This is about reciprocal altruism. Now, what does reciprocal altruism mean? It actually means that, I scratch your back and you scratch mine. It's all transactional, but we do things transactionally in a manner that society gets benefited. That's the principle of reciprocal altruism, wherein people are doing good stuff to each other, even though they're not related to each other or don't have anything immediately, connected to each other. Reciprocal altruism works with Cadbury being the big Dada brand, kind of encouraging other smally brands of local stores, and share some of the limelight. but in a manner that builds its brand and builds a lot of goodwill for itself. Well, there you have it. I mean, two ads, the Cred ad and the Cadbury Celebrations ad, have really stood out for me from this clutter of advertising. Advertising is typically mediocre for me, and I am the biggest critic of mediocre ads and ads that run on a template. But if I look at something like the Cadbury Celebrations ad, which runs on this wonderful reciprocal altruism, it is connecting all the beautiful things for me. It's lighting up my mind because of its use of AI, its use of emotion, its use of, just plain neuromarketing. Well done, Cadbury's, and well done to the agency and the client as well. And on that happy note, I hope you liked this diary entry of mine. Many more to come from where this one came from. And no reciprocal altruism here, but if you want to follow me, you can follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram. And I promise to make it worth your while. I'm the traveling professor there. Like podcasts like these, I think you should go to ivmpodcast.com or just download the app or go to wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts and you'll find this one and all the other ones from IVM as well over there. On that happy note then, bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's been a really, really great week on the network. Let me make a couple of recommendations to you guys. Agla Station Adulthood, they have an extraordinary episode on relationships. Ritasha and Ayushi, as always, do a bang-up job. I think you'll really enjoy that conversation. Check out Edges and Sledges, where DJ Ashwin and Varun have been talking to fans from different IPL teams on every episode. It's a really, really interesting project they've taken on during the course of the IPL. And as it comes to a conclusion, I'm sure you'll love to hear the thoughts on the tournament as a whole. I want to mention Uncle Please Sit. They had a really great episode which dove into why is pollution so bad. And I think that given the circumstances we're dealing with right now, it makes a ton of sense to listen to that. Cyrus had a really great week on his show as well. On the Monday episode, he spoke to Raj and DK about all kinds of stuff. He was in one of their early movies. Definitely a fun conversation to check that out. And finally, let me talk to you about the Wire Talks with Siddharth Bhatia. We're very excited about this show. On the first episode, Jairam Ramesh is there having conversation with Siddharth Bhatia about the legacy of Indira Gandhi. I think you will really, really get something out of this. Do give it a listen. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Namaskar, dear Bandhu. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. These are truly challenging times, and in these times, we need hope. Do take time to listen to my podcast, Begin the Journey. Available on IVM Podcasts, website, app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, there is hope because there's one life and we are alive.